Kent Ridge, or Pasir Panjang Ridge as it was known prior to 1952, was a thriving primary rainforest. Sadly, repeated cultivation and its use as a British fortress during World War II degraded the soil it now stands on. Slowly, however, the ridge is regaining its biodiversity, and hope still remains for the little patch of greenery that forms the backbone of NUS. Large carnivores have long been thought to have disappeared from the forests of Kent Ridge, but predators still remain, lying in wait for our unsuspecting intrepid explorers. They're sometimes closer than we care to imagine. Nephila antipodiana, or the batik orb spider, commonly mistaken for the golden orb spider. They belong to the group of golden orb weaver spiders, named such due to their beautiful yellow-tinged silk and equally impressive webs. The webs of Nephila antipodiana are found in the tropical rainforests of the world, and, like all golden orb weaver spiders, their webs are large, up to 6 meters high and 2 meters wide. With silk of comparable strength to Kevlar, prey of this spider do not really stand a chance. And, like most spiders in the Nephila genus, the Antipodiana remain permanently in their webs and are opportunistic, though sometimes selective predators. Nephila antipodiana invest much time and energy in their webs, usually repairing damage to their webs within an hour of damage. They, however, are not averse to relocating their webs if prey capture is low or is damaged beyond repair. This sit-and-wait predator wastes no time in lunging onto foreign objects caught in her web, even if it is a plastic drinking straw. Notice how the opportunistic male hops onto her back, possibly in an attempt to mate while she's preoccupied with feeding, or to grab a small snack.
She approaches the foreign object cautiously. Is it prey? She doesn't pounce on it like flies she's used to. Normally, with larger prey, the Antipodiana will choose to inject it with venom first, returning later when the prey is subdued enough to cut it out of the web and wrap it densely with silk. Unsuccessful with her plastic prey, she returns back to the center of her web. After her short wait at the center of her web, the female batik orb spider returns to the prey to inspect it. Unlike many spiders, Nephila antipodiana has poor eyesight, and she uses a method of vibrations, much like plucking the strings of a guitar, to navigate her way to her prey and determine its characteristics like size and shape. The female realizes that the plastic is a foreign, useless object, and thus tries to release it from her web instead of bundle it up and eat it as she would a normal prey. She works hard to release the piece of plastic from the web. Observe how she even goes so far as to cut the strands of her own web in an attempt to break the plastic free from the web. However, her attempts to release the object end in failure. Nephila antipodiana has given up. The plastic is simply too large for her to remove.
Would our female batik orb spider react the same way with smaller objects? A flower, about the same size and shape as a moth. Within seconds, the female pounces on the moth, giving it no time to thrash, let alone escape. While distracted by the flower, 2 small flies were trapped in the web that went unnoticed by the female, no doubt bringing joy to the small male or other parasitic spiders which might inhabit her web. Some males might even see the female's preoccupation with the maintenance of her web as an opportunity to mate.
The spider seizes and bites her potential prey aggressively. At some point, she realizes the flower is not prey and releases it. With a small object like the flower, Nephila antipodiana is able to deftly remove it from the web. Again, she does so by cutting the sticky strands around the flower, making a small hole in her large web. This hole did not damage the structural integrity of the remaining web. As mentioned, it is not uncommon for Nephila antipodiana to consume her web and rebuild it nearby, often no more than 2 or 3 meters from the previous location. She does this to move to areas of higher prey density or to reduce the risk of being inhabited by kleptoparasites or damage from disturbance. The next day, her web was spotted several meters higher, and soon after that, it disappeared from view. She probably sensed that after her failure to capture plastic prey, it would be better to move on. Although numerous efforts have been made to preserve the biodiversity of Singapore's ecosystems, more could be done to ensure important habitats remain intact despite the city's aggressive development. Regardless, it is interesting how species such as Nephila antipodiana managed to adapt to their rapidly changing surroundings. The way the spider dealt with foreign objects is a testament to this astounding ability to survive in the most unexpected settings. Furthermore, her ability to move her web should the need arise is a remarkable example of her incredible resilience.